Hi everyone, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have my makeup inventory I want to share with you, and I've been doing an inventory since December of 2014, so it's hard. I don't know what numbers to share with you. Should I share all the way back from when I started the inventory, or should I do, like, I did an inventory back in March, so I don't know if I should share that number compared to this number, and the last inventory I did was on July 6th. So it's been a couple of days, and I actually received an Influenster Vox box in the mail. It had a bunch of like Kat Von D makeup in there, and I'm gonna share that with you, just brief kind of first impressions, because I did use it on my face today for the first time. So kind of an unboxing first impressions, and I'll share that with you at the end. So it doesn't include those products because I did do the inventory on the 6th of July, so that was a little while ago. I'm gonna get started. For concealers, back when I did the inventory back in 2014, I had 4 concealers, and now I have 4 concealers. For foundations, I had 8 foundations back in 2014, and now I have 4 powders. I had 15 powders, and now I have 5. And last inventory that I did, like a re-inventory, was back in March. I had 6 powders, now I have 5, so I went down 1. Face primer, I had 13, and this includes all little like deluxe samples that I have in my collection. I include those as full size as well. So I had face primers 13, I'm down to 4. For blush, I had 68 back in December of 2014, and now I have 17. Last update that I had, which was in March, which I didn't do an update on my channel. I think I did my inventory back in January and shared with you. I had 24 back in January. In March I had 18, and now I have 17. And I include blush and bronzer and highlight that are included in palettes. So like my Tarte Aqua Lilies palette, this one, I would include the blush in with that count, and I would include the eyeshadows as an eyeshadow palette, highlight as a highlight, bronzer, etc. Bronzers, I had 14 in 2014, I had 7 in March, and then I have 6 now. Highlighters, I had 26 back in December 2014. At the beginning of this year, I had 6, and then I still have 6. Setting sprays, I had 6 setting sprays, and now I have 2. And I think both of them are Urban Decay, the All-Nighter setting spray. Eyes, eyeshadow primer, I had 11, and now I have 3 eyeshadow primers. Eyeshadow singles, and I count singles like Makeup Geek shadows or MAC singles that I put in my Z palette, and also depotted shadows. So if I decide, oh, I don't want this huge palette, I'll depot a couple of shadows that I really like and put them in my Z palette. I'll then count those as single shadows. So single shadows, I had 51 back in December 2014, and then at the beginning of this year I had 36, and now I have 35. For duos, I had 4, and now I have 2. Quads, I had 9, and now I have 0. Quints, I had 3, now I have 1. And palettes, which are 6 plus shadows in a container, I had 20, and now I have 8. For mascara, I had 26 back in 2014, and then last update, so March, I had 9, and now I have 6. Liquid eyeliner, I had 14, now I have 6. And at the beginning of the year I had 12, and then now I had 6. For liquid eyeliner, I actually went through quite a few of them because some of them were older and they either dried out on me in the last 6 months, or they just got too old, and I noticed they kind of changed in consistency. So that's why there was a big jump there. Eyeliner pencil, I had 22. At the beginning of this year I had 15, and now I have 9. Eyebrow products, I had 17 to begin with when I first started doing the inventory in December 2014. And the beginning of this year I had 9, and now I have 7. Lipstick, I had 103, and that includes deluxe size samples. I feel like I have to say something when I say that number. I'm like, oh my gosh, 103. But that includes deluxe size samples. So I had 103, and then at the beginning of the year I had 32, and then I went up to 40 when I did a re-inventory, and then I now have 28 in July. Lipstick pencils, I had 10 to start with when I first did the inventory, and then at the beginning of the year I had 4, and now I have 3. Lip balm, I have 4, and I had 3, so I went up in that category, but I got some freebies. I We were walking around at an outdoor festival, Atha and John and I, and they had a lot of free lip balm with SPF in it, so we snagged a couple of those. So that went up, that category went up. Lip liner, I had 17 back in 2014, and then I had 13 to begin the year, 11 in March, and 9 now. For gloss, I had 42 when I started the inventory. I had 19 at the beginning of the year, 17 in March, and 10 now. Nail polish, I had 66 in 2014, and I went to 44 in January, 38 in March, and 34 for this update. Perfume, I had 17, and that includes like deluxe size samples. I don't think I included like little tiny like vials that you can get, a rollerball kind of sample. So I had 17, and then at the beginning of the year I had 7, and now I have 6. For brushes, for Beauty Blender, like sponges, I had 6 to begin the inventory, and now I have 3. Large powder brushes, I had 7, and now I have 5. When I said to begin the inventory, that is again back in December 2014. For face or liquid powder foundation, so anything I could use for liquid foundation or powder foundation, I had 10, and now I have 6. But I want to count one more, so I actually have 7 because I got this Kat Von D brush. It's the number 20 brush, which is really cool. It comes down to a point, it reminds me of like an artist brush, but I used this today for the first time because I got it from Influenster, and it just really buffed the powder that I got in here, right here. It just really buffed it very nicely. It's a synthetic haired brush, and yeah, I was excited about that one, but now I have 7, so I have to correct the inventory. For fan brush, I had 2, now I have 2. For blush, bronzer, highlight, so any kind of blush, bronzer, highlight brush, I count all in as one category. I had 15, now I have 11. For crease or blending brush for my eyes, I had 14, now I have 17. Outer corner, I had 4, now I have 5. So I went up in that category. For shadow or pack-on brushes, I had 5, and I still have 5. For angled liner or pencil liner brushes, I had 16, and now I have 8. For concealer or a lip brush, I had 6, and now I have 7. Now on to skincare and body care, and I'm going to try to be really quick with these numbers. I just started doing an inventory for this category at the beginning of the year, so I'll say the number for the beginning of the year, and then the next number that I say will be for July. For cleansers, I had 6, now I have 4. Facial scrubs, I had 5, now I have 2. Toners, I had 3, now I have 2. Peels or masks, I had 13, now I have 5. For moisturizers or like facial oils, I had 9, now I have 5. Eye creams, I had 5, now I have 2. Remover wipes, like makeup remover wipes, I had 3, and now I have 2. Eye makeup remover, I had 5, now I have 3. Acne products, I had 3, now I have 2. Body lotions, I had 10, now I have 5. And I've either decluttered some of these products, or I've used them up in project pans or just in my empties. Deodorant, I had 5, now I have 4. I like to switch up my deodorant. I like to like rotate them, and then I have a couple like natural ones I'm trying out, and then I need the other ones for when I'm gonna be around people. I'm laughing because the natural ones, I haven't found one yet that really works for me. Okay, sorry, moving on. For shampoo, I had 6, now I have 5. For conditioners or hair masks, I had 8, and now I have 8. For body wash, I had 5, now I have 3. Body scrubs, bath salts, bath bombs, bubble bath, I had 5, and now I have 7. For my hair, for hair oils, I had 6, now I have 5. Heat protectants, I had 4, and now I have 3. Hairspray, I had 4, now I have 2. Curling products, I had 5. My total now is 7. So I went up on that. It was the like sale bin at the grocery store. I picked up 2 products. They were so cheap. One was like $1.37. The other was like $2.12 or something. It was really inexpensive because they do like half off or more in the grocery store. Sometimes they have those like manager special bins. So that's why that went up. Leave-in conditioner, I had 1, and now I have 2. And dry shampoo, I had 1, and now I have 2. So that's my inventory. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a lot of number reading, but now I'm gonna move on to this really fun Influenster box that I received in the mail from Influenster that had some Kat Von D products in them. And I didn't include those numbers in with my inventory because I printed this out before I received these. These just came in the mail yesterday. I received 2 concealers. These are the Lock-it Cream Concealer or Concealer Cream. This is in warm L7, which is a little bit of a yellowy undertone to it. And this one is neutral L5. And this is very light. I do have this under my eyes today, blended out with a beauty blender. I used the neutral one, and I like it. I do think it's a little bit drying for my under eye area, but I spent a lot of time out in the sun today. I went surfing this morning for quite some time, and I know my skin gets very dry when I'm out in the salt water, and when I'm out in the sun for that long. I did put like a ton of zinc under my eyes, but I did notice that it was very dry, and then when I put my eye cream on afterwards, I felt like it was a little bit watery because I hadn't completely dried my face. So I want to try this on a day that I haven't been out in the sun and in the water so much, and then also like had regular under eye cream experience. So it really reminds me quite a bit, and I really like the Kat Von D Lock-it foundation. And I've used this for years, especially on the days that I'm really breaking out. This is a doe foot applicator on here. Sorry, I'll show you. And I'll do a swatch of each color. This is L5 Natural. It's a little pinkier, and this is the L7. And you can definitely see it's warmer. But they're very thick and opaque. I wish when I filled out the survey, my skin was not as tan as it is now. So I'm having to work a little bit more to make this color work for me right now. I wish I had thought ahead and realized that I was gonna get a little bit more color on my skin and selected a little bit deeper of a tone. And then the Kat Von D, this is a setting powder. It's translucent and it has a little star. And in general, I'm not a fan of loose powders. I feel like they just fly up all over the place and get everywhere. I did use this today with the brush, and this is the number 20 brush. And I actually liked the effect. I felt like the powder itself is nice. I'm gonna just have to try a little bit more with the translucent powder and try not to kick up so much powder into the air. But with the brush, I didn't notice all that much, I didn't notice the product kind of coming up into the air as much as with some of the other loose powders that I've had in the past. So I am happy with that as a first impression. I definitely want to try these out quite a bit before I say anything and like commit to saying, oh, this is an awesome product. So I want to try this out definitely for quite some time before committing to that. But first impression, I am enjoying it. And then I blended out my concealer, my under eye concealer that I used. And this is the Kat Von D 40 brush. And this is very interesting. I don't have anything like it, but I'll blend out some of the concealer so you can see. It's a synthetic brush. See how light that is? That's just too light for me right now. This one is a little bit better, but they're still very, very light. So this is what these look like blended out. I definitely don't think that I would use this by itself on a blemish at this point in time until my tan starts to fade, but I could see this working, this formula working for blemishes. Not sure, I would want to experiment a little bit more with using it under my eye because I do think it could be like a little bit drying and look a little bit flaky. But for me, with blemishes, I would rather have the full coverage, like with the Lock-it Tattoo Foundation. I like that it has such like heavy coverage when I have a bad breakout. I'd rather have that and a little bit of like a dry, like just a tiny bit of a drying look than you can see like a huge pimple popping up on my face. So I think that this would work out maybe in a little bit of a deeper color for this time of year for me, but I'm interested to keep trying these products out, seeing what I think of them. If you have never heard of Influenster, Influencer is a program that you share about products they send you online. And you share about them on different social media. Like you don't have to have YouTube, you can have Instagram or Facebook. I know someone who's close to me, she does not have YouTube, and she was recently sent a really nice box. So if you're interested, I will leave a link down below. I don't get anything special, but I think it does raise up my score for like impact, so that I could possibly qualify for boxes in the future, but I don't know, there's like a whole algorithm they use. And I haven't qualified for a box in a couple of months. A lot of people were sharing boxes they were receiving, and I was like, oh gosh, I filled out a couple surveys, and you fill out a survey and then Influenster determines like, okay, this person would be a good fit for this or they wouldn't be a good fit for it. So I guess I wasn't a good fit for those, but I think this is a good fit for me to try out, test out, and see what I think. And I'll definitely check back with you guys, let you know what I think. One thing I wanted to mention really quickly for the Kat Von D concealer, if you have light or medium skin tone, you have a lot of different shades to choose from. So I think that there's a lot of different colors, very like slight variations, and there's even a white concealer here, and you could mix it with different colors to get exactly the color that you're looking for. I think they need to expand the range for deeper skin tones though, because I only see about 3 that you can pick from, but light, medium, there's a lot of different colors that you can pick. And I want to read really fast. It's a full coverage, true 24-hour wear concealer, and I believe that because my Kat Von D Lock-it foundation, I think that's almost a 24-hour wear foundation. It stays on my face. For the powder, I just want to read really fast. Less weight, no cake. It's an advanced translucent setting powder. It has weightless micro blurring technology to set and perfect for a flawless finish. I will say I've only used it this once and it hasn't even been a full day, but just putting it on my face, it looked nicer than my Bobbi Brown finishing powder that I've been working on panning. So I can say that it has a nicer finish to it. It doesn't look as like heavy or cakey. The Lock-it Edge Concealer Brush, which is this little tiny brush here, it's a really unique shape, which I find interesting. I don't have anything like it in my collection. It says, a new artistry brush with a unique sculpted shape, specifically designed for applying Lock-it concealer cream. It's molded to conform to the face's curves and contours for precise blending and control from every angle. And the last item was the Lock-it Setting Powder Brush, which was the number 20 brush. Ultimate brush for lockdown, flawless finish. It's a perfect tool for Lock-it setting powder to set and perfect the entire face. Fluffy, domed silhouette, ultra soft synthetic bristles. I did notice that this worked really well with this, so I enjoyed it the first time I used it. Only first impression. Thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my inventory and hearing a little bit about the Influenster box that I received with the Kat Von D products in it. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and also let me know if you're doing an inventory, how do you feel about it? I'm excited to be getting some of my numbers down. I do have kind of goals generally in my head that I want to get certain categories down, like my blush, my bronzer, a couple other categories, eyeshadow, that I do want to kind of pare down eventually and have a smaller collection. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.